Miss Michaela,
Hi.
Hi.
Can you
I
hear
saw
me?
you come in. Yeah, I
Oh,
did. It blipped and it went out. I was like, oh no, I was on fast track. I was gonna be like, I just saw you. Please don't leave for half an hour.
oh no. Yeah, I hope
It
I
was
was
gonna
hoping
be
I
the
had
whole.
it.
No, you got it. Your teeth are great.
Ah,
My
thanks.
God, are they real?
Yeah, they are.
Really?
I used to have straight hair, but it
Did
changed.
you? Oh
hmm
God, was it after you got pregnant or like when? Just over the year?
Yeah, after babies.
After babies. Interesting. I always hear about that. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your teeth are straight, went to the hair. If something has to be crooked, I would rather it want to be that, the whole
Yeah,
nine yards.
right.
Well, with that being said, welcome in. Obviously, we have an hour. Can you test the reason I was out of my other session 10 minutes late, but the reason why
Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit behind is because I was trying my little microphone. I was trying to get the screw on. And so I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see if I mess something up. So can you do tell me, listen to how I'm sounding right now. I'm good, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to click something. Tell me if there's any difference or if I sound better one way or the other. Okay. Like that's
Okay.
it. Cause I want it for you and your recording. Sometimes this can do a big thing or it doesn't do anything. So I'm
Right.
clicking something right now. Click it. Is there any difference going on at all?
It
So
just made
you
it a
start.
little louder.
It did. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's so it sounds a little bit better or more clear.
Yeah, a
Kind
little
of.
bit. Not a big
Okay.
difference, but
Yeah, not a big one. The thing
yeah.
that Zoom has now is they have a original. It's called original sound, and it's where it like disables all of the other sounds you can hear in the room. But I'm in a um, fully soundproof studio that we did
Uh-huh.
ourselves, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, with that, I want to kind of thank you for doing that with me. Now I'm going to start zoning out a little bit more, and I'm going to be acting very distracted. I love your doors. Those are very
Okay.
pretty color. Sorry, I'm looking at your stuff too. Um,
That's okay.
so yeah, so I want to kind of tell you how this works as I start zoning out. You're going to notice I'm looking around because I'm not trying to pay attention to
Yeah.
you in like the pretty doors in the hallway.
Yeah.
So what? Oh my God, did that really just happen? Um, I just heard, I just heard, and like feet running down a hallway, like tennis shoes running down a hallway, like you know how when little kids they run and they like
Uh-huh.
stomp on wood floors, like that's what that just sounded like,
Yeah.
and you can hear the squeak, like the like a tennis shoe makes, and so
Aw.
I'm like, what? So for me, that means like somebody's trying to come in. Obviously, I've never heard
Uh-huh.
that before.
Uh-huh.
When they talk, they kind of now this is going to be a whole thing where obviously you're trying to be channeling uh, babies. Now, I want you to
Yeah.
remember that babies are just because they were in a baby body, but remember that their soul and consciousness is just like ours. They just didn't
Yeah.
have as much experience, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, and so
hmm
when they come through, how do they talk? They normal spirits will try to figure out how to use my brain, but they usually talk in signs and symbols, so they'll bring up a bunch of things like maybe if they show me a pineapple, that means they were in Florida a lot. I
Yeah.
don't know, like that's literally what these things. The next thing though is that they will try to put me in situations that happen to them or happen to you or will happen to you. Now since
Uh-huh.
we passed pretty early, they
Uh-huh.
obviously haven't been through a lot of situations, right?
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
they will try to do is they will try to explain to me what they see from their point of view on what was happening in your life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing with that is that I, born and raised in Texas, and I frequent the very, very lower 48, so like the deep South and California ever so often. It's because my
Yeah.
husband. It's not okay. And so I know a lot about of that area. But if you are from, Georgia and higher, I really don't go there, so I don't know a whole. Okay, so don't tell me yet.
No
We'll have to
worries.
figure that out. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you are in Georgia or higher, I mean, I know that there's trees, forest, and some crazy stuff, but I haven't been a whole lot up there. So I don't have a whole lot of thoughts and stuff for them to use.
Mm-hmm.
The last couple ways where they'll talk in only feelings and emotions. That's commonly what people and what we like to call heaven talk with. And feelings
Yeah.
and emotions, you may see me do this. Mm, And what that is I got this big feeling, and now I'm trying to put words to what that is. And it's not always like I'm happy or I'm sad. This is obviously not going to deal with your kids, but sometimes it's like I took too much meth and I jumped off a bridge. Like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last thing is I get words and phrases, and they'll just show up. I wonder, and you're married right now?
No, not yet.
Oh, whoa, really? Okay, so it's about to happen?
Yeah, October.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, how congratulations. Somebody is talking about how and these babies that we had, they were not with this person, correct?
No.
Yeah. They literally said like daddy's not here or dad's not here. And I said, okay, cool. And they said, but she has a new husband or she is married.
Yeah.
And so they're very excited about that. It's interesting because I'm wondering if, because you're like me, because I have a son with another guy, and obviously we're married, but not. Did the person you're with, did they lose like a brother? Did somebody lose like a brother?
A brother.
Yeah, and that could be a brother, or it could be like a cousin that was like a best friend, or like a brother type of figure, or even like a best friend that was like a brother type of figure. There is a gentleman that is making himself known, and he's standing. He's younger. He's not old, and he's standing next to what would seem to be somebody that you've been with, or the person that you're with. But it's almost like they're the same age or around the same age. And so which would lead me to believe that it would be for, now mind you, this could be for this guy. This could also be, this is in the very beginning of channeling. So, but the other thing is that it feels like he didn't pass of cancer. It's like he passed of almost like unaliving himself, like suicide on some level, or like something a little bit darker or a little bit heavier that could go along with like overdose or getting into that area. There's like some guy that is hanging out that feels like that. Do you know anybody like that that would be around you?
I'm racking my brain. I don't know if my fiance does or if it was somebody my ex knew.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, because this is not the person talking about the wedding or the marriage. This is just like this random dude that was like the ex. Did he hang around like druggy people? But I bet this goes to him. Okay, because there's somebody that keeps, and he smoked cigarette or vaped a lot. The guy you were with, the ex. Okay,
he did
cigarettes a lot. Yeah.
He did all kinds.
Okay, he's just there. This is all they showed me. And I don't know what this is for. Maybe it's or it could be wrapping weed too. They showed me like a paper, and they showed me licking the paper and rolling it up. And so for me, that that could be doing weed. That could be wrapping your own cigarettes if you're old. Like over here in Texas, a lot of guys do that. I'm wondering if one of I'm going to leave him out. He's a lower guy. He's not bad. He's just coming in to say, hey, man, but you also don't talk to him because he can go fuck himself. Hold on. What? Oh my God, was that last one? Was he like a domestic violence asshole too? My God. Yeah, I'm so sorry you went through that. This gentleman is, okay, this is going to seem really weird for you, and it's just as weird to me too, but they do this sometimes. There is a gentleman that is showing up that knows your ex. He died tragically. Something, I bet it's either overdose or suicide, or maybe even a combination of both, or maybe he overdosed and he meant to overdose, which would be like a suicide. And he says, man, this is a good lady. I just want to tell you. I said, why are you showing up? He says, to say hi because you have the light. Spirits will show up because they look at us as like a beacon. And we're trying to connect with babies, which are here. And they're in what we like to call heaven. So like this is their time to come in and see if they can come to the light. Like that is what they can do. Okay? So it gets very intense. Just little side things. And I go, well, what are you doing here? He says, she's a good one. She's a good one. She says, oh, she had to put up with a lot of shit. I said, well, what was he doing? He says, you know, all that domestic violence crap. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he goes, yeah, he was an asshole. He says, I hear about it. He goes, but
wow.
Like, nobody should be treating somebody like that. And you put up with it. You're trying to make them better, quote unquote. He says, ain't nobody need to try. Unless they're going to listen, and this fool wasn't listening. So he's like,
oh my gosh, nail on the head.
Yeah. Well, that's this guy. I just work here. And he's talking about how, what? I wonder, was your ex like an alcoholic?
I could see that. I think he hit a lot of it.
A lot of hails, yeah, only because he just gave me, I had an ex that was an alcoholic, and he was, let's just say he did some things when he was, I mean, like legit, like eyes turned black, like his soul left his body, and I said, okay,
I've seen that.
Scary. I had never known that existed until I met him.
Yes.
And he's talking about how this person would do things not consciously, which means to me like soul left your body, or we're really high, like we don't give a shit. And he's talking about grabbing your foot, which
oh wow.
And then he leaves that. And he says, man, this guy is funny. I wonder if he's like turning out to be one of your guides. We're going to talk to your kids as well. He's going to be
I saw that. Wow.
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to let you know that I want to let you know that my blinds are closed. I have blinds in front, and my curtains are over my windows.
Wow.
And so there's no light, and I don't have any other windows in this room. I can show you. And I have thick suede curtains, like made out of suede.
Gosh.
They're leather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, too, I'm a mile off the road.
Oh wow!
On 40 acres of property with a gate.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, so I'm just letting you know. Isn't that cool? I have no idea what that was. I've never seen that before.
That was neat.
Oh, may I use that? May I like edit that and like clip that at one point? That's cool. I have no idea what that was. That's probably him. And the kids, he says, tell me. So there's always somebody that comes over and they try to like help us on our journey. And apparently this guy is trying to help himself right to the light and making it better. And so he's here going to guide. He's also going to guide in the kids as well. I would like to figure out who he is, but
me too.
Yeah. So let's get into this. Hold on. Tell me about her. What's happening? Where are our babies? Let me go here. Let me close this off. That was weird. That was one of the cooler things that happened today. Hold on. Oh, what happened? Somebody's saying they're one and the same, man, one and the same. He's talking about the two kids. How one? Would they be? I don't know. Would they be that close in age? Would they be like 2 or 3 years apart?
Yeah.
Are they that close?
Not two.
Not even that. Yeah. Okay. He goes like this. I said, he says they're one and the same, which means that they're really close in age. And so I go, really? He says says, man, they're cute though. He says, shit, but they're a lot of trouble. This guy literally is talking like this. I go, why? What? So you're a pet mom
Oh,
now?
yeah.
Really? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I said, so what about the kids now? What's going on? He says, oh no. He says, no kids, no kids. And he goes and he talks about rubbing like the muzzle of, so you have dogs?
Uh-huh.
That's what he's making me feel like right here on a dog.
Oh.
And I go, oh, okay. And he says, yeah. He says, man, they're fucking cute. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. And he says that, tell me. What? Do we have 2 of them or 3?
Well, I currently have 1, but my ex has 2. I mean, not my ex, my fiance.
Yeah. Oh, your fiance has 2. So there's 3 altogether.
He's bringing. Uh-huh.
Really? Okay, this is what he said. I go like this. I said, well, how many? He says, well, shit. That's why I like hold my hands up. And he says, it's going to be a whole family. And that's why I said, no, she doesn't. Because I was like, she doesn't have 3 dogs because I can't hear them, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I had dogs. He says that, what? Does he hunt? I don't think he does hunt. No, he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said they should be outdoor dogs. And I said, for what? He says, go. Oh, they are. Okay.
They should be.
They're that big. And he references like hunting or should be a hunting dog. And so I was like, he doesn't hunt. What are they?
So the one I have, he's a lab beagle mix, and he points at birds. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Yeah. He's like, take him hunting. He should be a hunting dog. And I was like, oh, okay. Yep, all the way. He says that. Tell me, what does he have? Does he have like boxer German shepherds or something like that? What does he have?
He has a German shepherd and a lab mix. Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, they showed me this, the body type they showed me. That was the mix then, because he showed me a short coat and a longer coat, and I saw the German Shepherd ears and the nose right away. But I'm like, I don't know what this other one is. So I'm like, maybe it's a big dog like that. Maybe it's not one. Lab's gonna get cancer. Why would you say that? What is going on? Is that Lab like 10 already?
Yeah, he's old. He's 8 or 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is going to get really strange very quickly.
Wow.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, isn't it cool? He goes, I said, so what if he says Lab's going to get cancer? I go, so why are you saying that? He says he's old. I said, really? How old is he? And he puts up, like, he gives me the feeling of, like, around 10. And so I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
What? Watch out for that around 11. What?
Okay.
Tell me about her. Tell me. They really like Ryder.
They like who?
Ryder.
Yeah.
They're talking about was Ryder a male?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a really good friend. Her name is Ryder, and I've never heard it any other way. Yeah. And I was like, what about her? And he was like, no, man. He's like, Ryder's cool. Ryder's my guy. And I was like, what do you mean? And so I'm like, Ryder's a guy. He says that. Tell me. What? After Ryder passed away, he's saying that after Ryder passed away, this guy like spit in your tea or something like that. So he's saying he was really, really mean. Was he like a really big butthead after this happened? Okay. He's talking about how it was worse for wear, how right after this happened, he just like right at you. And what? And that's when you decide. So you still, after Ryder crossed over, you still stayed with him for a little bit before you like, okay. Mm-hmm. He says, I hear a voice, and he says, and she still stayed with him. I'm glad she left. Like, it's this very different one than coming from this other gentleman. Said, yeah, so he's coming in. Tell me. You do know what to do with your life now. You're funny. Go and enjoy your life and have a good time and like go on a cruise or something.
Yes.
And yeah, that's so they're just talking about going on a cruise. They're talking about how what? Does the fiance have a daughter?
No.
Weird. There's something about like a female or like an extra female. And I know you don't have a daughter. So I'm like, I wonder if there's like, I was going to say, is there like a stepdaughter involved somewhere? There, what? Unless there's like a little sister or something we take care of, but I don't think that's the case. Because it would have to be younger. Tell me. Oh my God. How much bigger is your fiance than you?
He's a big guy. He's a big guy. Much bigger than me.
He said, watch it out for little girl. This guy that I'm talking to that is this guide for your heavenly children.
Huh?
Just made a funny comment. He goes, he says, well, little girl, he says, you may get that mistaken with her. He says, you should see that man. He goes, oh my God, he keeps her warm at night. And I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, oh, there's the big difference then. Yep. And he says, what? Big, what do you mean? What? Do you only have a queen size bed right now?
No, it's a king.
It is a king. Okay, weird. He's talking about a broken slat. I was like, I don't think you have a broken slat. And then he talks about better. Maybe is that a thing? Do you have one?
No.
Okay. So I don't know what he's referencing. I know what causes broken slats, but I have no idea what else. So maybe something ends up happening. And he's talking about y'all piling on this bed together and how you need more space. And I was like, maybe they have a queen. I don't know. And I was like, so obviously he's with you. Tell me. So why couldn't you, Ryder, what happened with you? What happened with you, bud? He likes your dog. All I hear is puppy. Like, that's all I'm listening to. And I'm like, oh, we're playing with the dogs in the other room. Hold on. Yep. What? Oh, that's going to be a mess. And how... So did he move in with you?
He's in the process of it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, okay. This is what they showed an image of y'all. They're always in this bedroom with you because they're your little guides and they're just like peekabooing on you. I don't want you to say it's a little creepy. It's not creepy. They don't look at that.
I believe it though.
Yes, because they are. They're talking about, they just showed me a bed. They showed me them hanging out with you and this other guy's here. And they're talking about how the dog wants to sleep in the bed with you, or like the dog sleeps in the bed with you, and then they show this man and these other two dogs, and like one of them's trying to like get up and sleep in the bed too, and like they're like leaving their leg off, like it's a whole thing like that. And I go, what is that? Oh no, I'm here. And they talk, hold on, let me finish. And so then they talk about how, maybe the husband is saying that they can sleep in the other room, but that's not going to work because they're big babies. And and then they say he's moving in here. Won't you believe that? And I go, really? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what happened? What about that?
My gosh. So before he started moving in and I was just on my own at this house, I would let my dog sleep with me just as my company. He's a baby.
Yeah.
But now when my fiance comes over, he gets locked out. He gets booted out to the living room.
No. Oh,
no.
Yeah. Yes, they're talking about how it should be all of them here and like them getting up and how they're locking him out because he's a big boy or they're a big boy, and it's like, no, don't let them do it. Oh yeah, they're very upset. So your little boys, Your children go and hang out with the dogs in the living room.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. There's been times where I've seen him start playing, and I just assumed they were there.
Yeah.
He'll just get hyper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our buddy. What I'm gonna see if they can show me what happened to them. We're gonna get really serious. We're gonna ask this other gentleman. I want to call him a C name like Cody or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. We'll have to figure this out later. What?
Yeah.
That's gonna be my mystery, and then we'll have to look later. Oh, is he? Okay, what happened? What happened? He keeps this guy. I'm asking about our babies, and he keeps letting you know that this guy that you were with before. He says karma's gonna get him one day. You better believe it. Karma's getting him one day. Did he end up going to jail?
A couple of times, yeah.
Really? Interesting. Okay, yeah, they just showed me a prison tattoo. And I was like, oh, I said, what federal prison? And then, yeah, and I was like, interesting. And they said jail. I was like, cool. And they said it'll happen again. So there's going to be something that happens down the line.
I'm sure.
What? Tell me. Are you anywhere near, like, you're not Louisiana. Interesting. Hang on. Ooh, I don't know. Hold on. I'm asking them too. Did you have Ryder by the beach? Weird.
No.
Are you anywhere near Alabama, like Gulf Shores or anything like that?
We go there a lot, but
really,
mm-hmm.
You know where that is? Okay, interesting. Yeah. They just showed me. I went to Mobile a couple times for doctor's appointments, and they showed me Gulf Shores, Alabama, and I'm like, I don't understand that. What is that? And so I'm like, interesting. Hold on. Poor little Ryder. It's like almost like they're not set up for something like him. What? Hold on. Now, I don't know every illness or everything.
Right.
So,
right.
What they're doing is they're making me feel. They showed me my son when he was born. He was a preemie and a little bit, and his lungs weren't very developed at all. And they were trying to like redo that. But then they keep showing me the symbol for like possibly a genetic thing, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I don't know a whole lot of genetic things.
Right.
But the other thing that goes on here is almost like. Did Ryder have something to where like his organs were like misplaced a little bit or something? Like they show me organs, they show me switched, they show me change. That's it. What is that?
Yeah, it wasn't really misplaced. It was misplaced by surgery. His intestines.
Intestines. Oh my God! They showed me the spaghetti noodles of intestines, and they went, and I was like, "What does that mean?"
That's exactly what happened, basically. Yeah, he got an infection in his gut,
and it just went to.
They all died. The intestine died.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that poor baby. And they didn't treat him properly.
Yeah. No, not fast enough. That's my take on it. They didn't move fast enough.
Yeah. That's what cuz I go, what happened? I was like, is it their fault? Is it something with your fault? Is it that? And they talk about that it was due to the hospital. So that's why I said it's like not done properly. They said, what? Was he like 4 weeks premature?
He was, months.
Months?
He was tiny.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. They just showed me my son. He was about to be born at 26 weeks, and he ended up popping out like 36. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that for me is really.
He was 23 weeks and 1 day. Mm-hmm.
Really? That's why they keep showing my son. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That's why it was underdeveloped, and he didn't have enough good bacteria in there to combat the bad bacteria. That makes so much sense now. And so, okay, so it's the genes and the patterns, and it couldn't build it up yet. That's interesting. And that's the infection. Did that my sister died? Her name was Kathy Joe, and she passed of something similar.
Really?
And she, very, very similar. What? Tell me. But she had the surgery and lived for about 2 months and passed at home.
Wow.
Like the whole thing. Because he never actually left the hospital, correct?
Right.
Yeah. Because he's talking about, I said, did you go home? Were you able to be placed in your crib and stuff like that? And he puts the only thing he knows is like this box and mom. This box.
Yep.
That's it. So I want to let you know that he knows that. He recognizes that. He says that, what? Oh, no. He passed in your arms?
No, I wanted him to. He passed in surgery.
Really? He's talking about, were you able to hold him afterwards?
Yeah.
Yes,
for a long time, I did.
Beautiful. Yeah. This is all he's talking about. That's the only reason I asked. He's talking about passing away, but then he's talking about how mom's able to hold him. She's holding me. And I was like, and he's talking about after his soul had left his body, he can feel the warmth, which is he sees it here. Okay.
Good.
What? Yeah, he loves you. What? This guy says, enough with being sad. This little guy is doing just fine. I just want to let you know that. Stop it. He's like, he's trying to be. That's what they do because they don't want you to be sad. Yes, we can. And I'm sitting here sinking into it. What? Because I'm like reliving this moment.
Right.
And it's terrible. And I'm so sorry you had to go through that. And then you have like nobody supporting you around you, too. Nobody. And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about when you're going through this, it's like you're on your own island.
Yeah.
Right? What? This guy, I wonder if he's having to be your guide. He says this lady's a strong woman. He keeps saying that over and over again. What? Tell me. Oh. Do you not talk to your dad?
No, I did.
Interesting. Do y'all have like a okay relationship?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. He's talking about how, he says like, is your dad a workaholic?
He's nonstop.
Really?
He works a lot.
Does he? Okay. This is what he says. He says, her daddy's acting like a fool. And I was like, what do you mean? And he says, tell him he needs to spend more time with her, spend more time with family. And I go, why? And that's why I said, are you like not? Because I don't feel it. And I said, why would you say that? He says he's going to work himself to death. And he says that it can cause a lot of issues with his heart, so he needs to watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And he says that, tell me. Oh. No, you're not. Are y'all Mississippi?
Yeah.
Really? Are you central Mississippi?
Central. Yep. Brandon, Jackson, Flowood area.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know what they put? They put Meridian. Obviously, you're not in Meridian, but I drove up through that area. They have like peanut butter and crackers at one of the oldest restaurants up there. Anyways, the whole thing. And I go to Biloxi all the time because my
Oh,
my family's all from like Long Beach, Biloxi Bay, St. Louis, and
yeah.
so like that's my hood. And they were trying to compare that I don't ever go to Central, but it's beautiful, it's so pretty and hilly, and
Yeah.
my God, yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh, what? Tell me about her. I'm trying to bring in the other one. What? And you never buried? You got them cremated, and you never buried them?
Oh, no, they're buried.
Yay! Are they
They're
really?
buried.
Why does she say that you bring them with them? He says that you bring them with you everywhere.
Oh, because I do. I have neck jewelry with footprints. I have their footprints in my wallet
Are you
everywhere.
really everywhere? Oh my God! No wonder. Okay. He goes like this. He says, "Man," he says, "let them know that they know." I said, "Know about what?" He said, "She brings them with her everywhere, all the time." And I was
I do.
like, "They're ashes." Yeah, that's why. Oh, and that's the jewelry part. Then, yeah, he kept showing me like a necklace, and I'm like, "Okay, it's ashes. No, it's their footprint, or it's their fingerprint." Wow.
Here, I'll show you. This is.
Shut
If
up.
you can
You
see.
have it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
wild. Oh, and what else? Hold on. What? No, she didn't. It's almost like I want you to get their footprints like walking up your arm or something like that, like little stepstones or something. I have no idea. Have you done something like that?
well, I have one of them, the footprint on my rib cage tattooed, and I want to get the other one.
Oh my God, yes, please. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, they put little footprints on you. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, they're like, so please do the other one too.
Yes.
They say that. Mm, hmm. So tell me about what? Oh. So does the fiance not have a truck yet? He
He
doesn't have a truck, right?
he just got one.
Oh, like just
Got
got one, like within
a
like.
new one.
Okay, okay. Somebody says, somebody made me hear like you saying, "Man, we gotta pay off that truck, or we're gonna pay off that new truck, or it needs to pay it off like that." And I'm like,
That sounds yes.
yeah, like I'm like, why are we yelling about this? I'm like, is she yelling about it? I'm like paying off. So know that they know about that. They like ride in this vehicle. Was it like a 4-door though, not a 2-door?
4-door.
Really? Okay. So this is what they said. I go, what type of truck is it? Can you tell me? And this gentleman says, oh, the kids ride in the back. They open the door.
That's great.
So when y'all go someplace, yeah, the kids ride in the back with you. They say that, what? He says, better than those smelly ass dogs. And I said, I don't think the dogs are smelly, but I'm just going to, they are.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
His dogs are smelly.
Ah! You have some very opinionated spirits around you that I'm just living for it. Hold on. I want to see if I can grab my other one too. Come here, bud. Wait. What? Where? Oh, hold on. What happened? Was Swayze with a different gentleman?
No.
Is it
The same.
guy? Why does he feel so different when Swayze was born?
He was different. Yeah.
Yeah.
He over time got worse.
Really? Yeah. There's a feeling that goes with. So Swayze was born first, correct? Then.
Right.
Okay. So you see, they're telling it before I even get to confirm it. They go. I was thinking it was the other way. They go like this. They talk about man. That was a different man. That was
It
a
was.
different guy. And I said, yeah. I said, what do you mean by that? And they talk about, Swayze left, and that was the end of it. I was like, interesting. He says that he was what? He was present for that one. Present. Okay.
Very supportive. Yeah.
He says he was present for that one, and I said, okay. He says, I'm guessing this gentleman was talking to somebody else or like cheating on you. Like there's a feeling of that. Yeah.
Yep.
He says that was maybe he was supportive, but he was still talking to somebody else when Swayze was going on. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I said, so when did that happen? He says, well, he said that was in the heat of it. He goes, Swayze was going on and that was happening too. I go, oh my God. He says, what? He says, that man, and I quote, that man has a lot of repenting to do, but he doesn't know God.
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, at all. What? Tell me. Interesting. The most beautiful what? Did we get for Swayze? Did we get like a random? Did we get like a navy blue casket or something for them or some? Do you know?
It was really pretty. The flowers on it had some blue. But it was like a pearl white. It was really pretty.
Pearl white. Okay, they
Mm-hmm.
keep showing me. They showed me like it was like extra fancy, like went the extra mile, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Did we really?" And so
Yeah.
for me, an extra, I always wanted a navy blue Jaguar, like that's fancy for me, and so that's what I use for that. And they say now that I live out in the middle of nowhere, I'm not going to get that, but if yeah, what? Tell me, what? I wonder what happened. They said you didn't even make it. Poor little thing. So we didn't really.
Yeah. She came too early. They couldn't do any medical intervention.
Really?
She was considered stillborn.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he says. He says, you didn't even make it, you poor little thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
that. Oh, the daughter. That's Swayze's the daughter.
Uh-huh.
That's the daughter. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Do you see how I'm like just like
Yeah.
coming to this? Yeah. That's the daughter. So the daughter would be wow. I wonder if I think they really like your fiance, and so they're calling him dad.
Aw, good.
Okay, because they
Uh-huh.
really do like him.
Good.
They say that I'll have to look at your chart beforehand because I want to see
Yeah.
how well y'all get along together.
Yeah.
She says, "Tell me what." Did we ever have like a Meemaw or something like that, or me something?
Um,
Me,
we had a grand or a gram.
Gran. There's somebody that's almost like a me or a Meemaw or a me, and so I don't know. I want you to just I don't know. You should just ask quietly. Keep that in the back of your head and
Yeah.
ask your fiance. Be like, what did we call like your grandmothers or what
Okay.
did we call?
Uh-huh.
And if he says like Meemaw or
Uh-huh.
Meemaw, it's just like let me know. Email me. It was too
Okay.
clear for it to not be that.
Okay.
Hold on. Come here. Come here. What? So we're gonna have an actual wedding, and it's gonna be in a church
Well,
and outdoors.
outdoor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody goes like this. They said, your daughter is talking, and she says, I'm going to be there. I said, where? She says, the wedding. And she says, it's going to be like a proper wedding, which means, like, for me, it means it's going to be like at a church, I guess, or in this, or like is a pastor going to do it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. So all the way. And then she goes, and she makes me feel wind in my hair. So I'm like, that means outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are we going to do this on a beach? It's not going to be like around here?
No, it's not around here. It's actually a different state. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Okay. What state? What state?
We're going to Tennessee.
Oh, interesting. I was going to say Tennessee. Well, I was like earlier when I was saying I don't know anything north of Georgia.
Yeah.
Somebody kept
Yeah.
talking about Tennessee. Tennessee. Is that where his family's at?
No, we're just eloping in the Smokies.
Just eloping and
we're gonna have our families there, but
oh, they are okay. Yeah, somebody's talking about his family being there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, okay. So everybody's just gonna go there.
Yeah.
What? Picturesque. Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, I'm very excited about that. Yeah, your babies are gonna come. They're just gonna be there with you. Tell me. Tell me about her. What does that mean? They're talking about like ankle, like lower leg ankle. Do you get really bad swelling in your lower, like in your ankles or your lower legs?
Sometimes in my feet.
Really? Yeah. They just keep showing. They show like the area that they go poof, or they show down here. And I go, why? What's going on? And I'm thinking maybe they're talking about breaking an ankle, and they never say anything about that.
Yeah.
I would have to say even down the line, just hold on. In a couple of years, go and get checked for like fluid around your heart.
Okay.
I know that sounds really, really weird and random, but and I know we're not talking about a baby with this. They just talk about down the line how it like puts a lot of pressure on our renal, which is like kidney.
Yeah.
And how do you have that already?
No, I'm diabetic.
Oh. That would make sense. That's why there's fluid in the. That's why. Ooh, diabetes is so hard for me sometimes to show up with, like, because I've never experienced it. And so they just went down and they talk about the kidneys, they talk about swelling, and they talk about pressure or like fluid on the heart or like retaining it, and how it could be difficult. You're not dying, you're not going anywhere, but if you really don't watch yourself in a couple years, it could get a lot worse very quickly.
Okay.
So be careful. Okay, don't let me yell at you again. And then tell me, yeah, it's a whole thing. This guy will too. What? Ooh. Was this home built in like the 50s?
Early, I think it was 61. I think I know what's happening. Go ahead.
There's a really nice gentleman that lives here.
I already know.
Oh, really?
I talked to him.
Stop.
I've never met him in person, but I know a lot about him because I know his daughter.
But he's dead.
Yeah.
Wait, you know his daughter?
Huh? I'm real close to her, like family.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God! Stop.
She's like a grandma.
Guy. Oh my God! There's this guy that's here that is attached to your ex somehow. That's helping you out. That's bringing in these little kids. I just saw a shadow in my eyes, not in physical, walk past your door. And I just said, that's why I paused. I go, what was that? He says, oh, nothing to be afraid of. He says, there's just a really nice gentleman that lives here. And I go, yeah.
I knew it.
Oh my God. So he was the first owner of this home, and then he died. He built it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's still living here. This is like part of his heaven. This is.
I love it.
What? I don't know why his daughter wouldn't take it. It was a perfectly good home where she's the one that ended up selling it. Didn't she sell it? Oh, is that true?
Not quite. She's renting it to me. When I got divorced, she kind of let me slip in here.
So she literally owns it and is like doing that for you. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Because he's talking about why didn't she stay in it? He says, well, she's selling it to her like it's a whole thing. And he says that, what? Nobody could take care of him. Stubborn old bastard. Like, this guy's talking about him. And I go, what? And he says, did he end up passing away in the hospital, not in here? Do you know?
I think it was the hospital. I don't think he was here.
Yeah, he wasn't here. Yeah, this guy said, I said, so did he die here? Is that why he's here? He says, no. He said, we pried him out of this home like a crab out of a shell. And he goes, and we got him in the hospital. Oh, no, man, if he died here, that would be a whole nother thing. But he's here. He's here. I go, oh, okay. He says that, what? Ooh, I'm probably going to get this incorrect, but I want to call him like something like Herbert or like Melvin or like something like random like that. Do you have any like that weird name?
Let me look at this. I can tell you. I have the blueprints from the house.
Shush. Shush. Oh, get it. Oh, how funny. I tell you what, girl. House ghosts show up. Because, oh, you do have them. Oh, my God.
Horace.
Horace!
Yeah.
What an odd name. Yes. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I've never, oh my God, I think that's probably like the second time I've ever heard that name in my life. I'm like, it's something weird like Melvin or something. Yeah. Definitely Horace. Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah. So he's here. He hangs out. He coughs. He goes, he like clears his lungs a lot or clears his stuff a lot. What? He likes the little kids. He likes your little kids. He likes your dogs. He likes what you do to the house. You keep it clean up. It's good. What? Interesting. So the fiance that you have, is he like not that handy with a screwdriver?
He's okay.
He's okay. You're a house ghost, or the gentleman that lives here. He says, you know what? He goes, you tell him when he moves in here, if there needs something to be fixed, he needs to get better with that screwdriver. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to do it for you. So he says. And I go, okay, I will ask her and I will tell her. And he's like, whoever knew. Oh, wow. Is there like a local church like really close to this house or something? Is there like a church very close?
Right down the road.
Right down the road. Okay. I wonder if he was a part of it. He's talking about how he visits the local church right down the street or right in this area. Like that's his place.
Oh, it used to be a school, ended up in some legal issues, and now it's a church. But
now it's a church.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it like a non-denominational though?
It is.
Shut up. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah. It's just like a community church.
Oh my God. Do you know what he said? He says, I go down there sometimes. I said, why? He says, to like listen to people worship God. And I go, well, what? I said, what? Denomination were you? He says, well, this one, he says, it's nothing. It's like one of those non-denominational ones. I was Baptist. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's odd. So he lives here.
Good.
With you ever so often. He pops in and out. What are your experiences? Have you had any with him?
Oh, yeah. Well, at least I thought it was him, and I thought it was comical because the closet in the master bedroom that used to be his, the light will just turn on. Just turn on, and I'll respond to it.
That's him. I was about to earlier. I saw him going from his room to like a little bathroom, his room to a little bathroom over and over again. And I was gonna say he's probably in his room and his bathroom a whole lot. Like that's his area. So yeah, he's just living here. Think about. I want you to think about how it looks to them. They know you're there. They can feel your energy. They can tune into it if they want. but it's almost like think of what you're looking at right now, but then there's just like
Uh,
another layer of reality on top of it. That's it.
oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. And so your little kids are here. We got this other gentleman here that's like almost like a guide or is hanging out with you. We have Horace that is here as well. We have that random light that came into my room. And so this is what I like to call paranormal activity in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I love
Um,
it.
yeah. Oh, this is so cool. So for right now, my God, do you have any questions for me or anything?
Um, well, more about future babies. I'm just wondering if I'll be able
Uh,
to.
okay. One of the things I want to look at too before we
Mhm.
toot on over. Hang on. I want to do this too. Okay. So give me duplicate. Come on. Hold on. Let me go here. Oh shit, Amy, go back. You have. They're still talking. It's like I'm. So it's all, the way it sounds in my head is like, let's say you're on the phone, right? And you say, "Hold on, I'm gonna put you down for a second," and you put the
Oh
phone
yeah.
down, and you can still hear people talking, but you don't know exactly what the conversation is. That's
Yeah.
what it feels like when you're in the middle of it. Um, it's a very odd feeling.
I bet.
Okay, yeah. So tell me yours. So when is your birthday? Mine's November 7th of '88. I was born in Houston, Texas. What about you?
Oh yeah. I was May 11th, '89. I was born in Lincoln, Nebraska, though. Mhm.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Okay, and so May 11th, '89. Hang on, my Taurus, you and I are friends, that's why.
Yeah.
Um, have you ever figured out why Lincoln has an N in it? Lincoln. I've never.
Mm-mm.
How you spell Lincoln. Yeah, it's just an N.
No.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah.
I just went with it.
Oh, yeah, me too. Where is that? Come on. There you are. Nebraska. I have. Very cool. So I'm going to walk over to the two. Do I not have it with me? Oh, I should. Hang on. I'll have to find it and send it to you or show it to you. Where did it go? I have a very cool book that maybe my child took it somewhere. I have a very. Oh no, there it is. The only thing I know about Nebraska is I've never been, but I found down here in Texas, I found this fair. It says album on it,
Oh,
and you'll see it backwards. But what it is it's from a farmhouse in Nebraska, and it has all this writings. And it's when the railroad was first going in and through Nebraska back in the mid 1800s. People would
oh,
travel to people's
yeah.
farmhouses and they would write out the messages when they came in, like, "It's so wonderful to see you.
Oh,
I love you, my friend, forever and always, Victorian."
that
And
is
there's
so
a
cool.
lot of them. Yep, from you for what is it? Emporia, Nebraska, and Lincoln, Nebraska,
Oh,
and they are all and they are all dated. This is 1868.
neat. Wow.
So yeah, that's my whole tie to Nebraska. Anyways, it's funny I'm talking to you, and now you have like the spooky thing. Oh, you. Wow, interesting. Your North Node in Pisces. Your Mars, your masculine side is in Cancer, so it's all about family. Like family is your job, family is your duty.
Oh, yeah.
And it's yeah, and it's almost like you won't feel like you're fully part. Like, man, your outer personality is in Taurus, your inner personality is in Leo, which means you're gonna have a lot of people telling you that you ain't shit. And you have to realize that you are the shit, and it's
Mm,
okay. It also means that you are always going to be like a wallet to other people. So you really like the money person. So you need to find
yeah.
somebody that is for you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's a big thing. Communication is key for you because you have a lot of Gemini in you as well.
Mm,
And your Jupiter, how you gain your luck, is also in Gemini, which means you need to speak up and speak your mind and not keep your mouth closed. Because your Mars, your masculine side, is in Cancer, which is all about family. The reason why I wanted to look at this because I wanted to see like what is the vibe. This means you need to, in order to have kids, in order to get
mhm.
to that, you need to get to a vibration of just flow. And what do I mean by that? Don't make it a job. Okay?
Yeah.
Just feel, just be. You have a lot of Virgo in you too, which means I think about it more than I'm going with the feeling. Remember that having a child, and think about it this way, having a child, you're literally putting two cells together, and there's having like an explosion, like a supernova of energy. And whatever, remember these cells are, it's energy, it's a frequency, and they're coming out and they're coming together. And so whatever vibe you are, that is what the child will become. So we need to get to you to a place of just not anxiety, but just like, it's okay if it happens. It's okay. If it happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So work within there. Do I have a feeling? There's a weird feeling of one, but this is the other thing. I don't know, and I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't know if it's going to be fruitful.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be fruitful, because right now the way it feels like if there is one, there's an opportunity for one. But I don't see you in 5 years with a 5-year-old.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel that happening. The other thing is that the comment from our guide gentleman was have a fun time. Go here, go do all these other things, which is not all about stay at home, be a mommy.
Right. Right.
And so my guess is that maybe we end up getting pregnant and then it doesn't happen all the way, but that still doesn't mean that we don't try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So don't be too, you also have two beautiful, wonderful spirits around you as well. And another thing is like maybe in this life right now, it's about finding your inner peace and your meaning within yourself, right? And finding this good relationship and making this really good for you in like the last, half. So I don't know. Think about it. Do I think the relationship is going to be good? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you're really, really good as well. My God. So take a couple minutes because I have to run to my next session though too. May I use a couple of your clips like that one?
Yeah.
The house ghost. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That is. I don't run into that a whole lot, and it is so cool because we have this person that is guiding us through this whole thing, like a host. We have your kids that are showing up. We have Horace, the house ghost, that shows up. Like we have lights that I don't even understand it, and you're just fabulous, and you have the plans for it in the house. Right?
Yeah.
So, and if you can, what? Is his daughter like 80-something?
She is.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. She's like mid-80s.
Yeah. I go, what do you want to say to her daughter? He goes, oh, she's going to see me soon enough. And I go, oh, well, what do you mean? I said, how old is he? And he says, oh, she's not, this is not a bad way. This is just what they use sometimes. They say, they say, she's like a cockroach. She's going to live for forever. And I go, well, what do you mean by that? And she was like, well, at least until she's 90. I said, so how many years is that? She goes, she goes, oh, well, she's in her 80s. I was like, really? So I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. Are you going to, you're going to be staying here and living here for a while, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about asking her to buy the home?
No, but my dad, who's close with her, seems to think she's willing it to me, but I don't know for sure. I'm not going to rely on it.
Well, I think you should, I don't know why there's a feeling of like you living here and staying here, because Horace the house ghost feels like he's your house ghost.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay. Which means it's like your area and they don't like change.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Get used to Horace the house ghost, and please put a picture of him up somewhere. Okay, we need to honor him.
Okay. Do that.
Right. And if you need me, you let me know. I got to run to my next session before they get mad at me. But if you have any questions, you hit me up. Okay?
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my friend. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.